So the next step, of course, will be measuring and preparing everything. This is my reference point. I'll place it on my table. It is magnetic. Right now my milling motor is empty and I will load it with the long spike. You will have to place it really good against the milling motor so the faces will connect together properly. Perfect. Now our long spike is in and I will show you the rest. So over here we are in my KUKA controller. We only have a KUKA, so I can only show it on a KUKA. We have a KRC4 controller. So over here we go to Setup, Measure, Tool, and then we pick option 0, XYZ 4 point. So over here my tool number 1 is already defined, so for this tutorial we will pick 4. This tool name we will call tutorial long spike. Then continue. Line up the tool to a reference point from different directions. Direction 1. So now we will go to the robot and go to direction 1. So this is a 4-point TCP calibration. So that means you need 4 random directions for your TCP calibrations. For this calibration we will go from the top somewhere over here in a angle and over here and over here. 4 different angles and directions. But when you're only milling from the top and with a straight milling motor, like this for molds for example, it is better to calibrate your TCP a little bit different. Then it's better to do it from here, from here, from here and from here. So a little bit of the top angles and directions. But we have 2 TCPs, one for the top and one for the side, because we also have a rotary table. So we mill a lot from the side and the rotary table turns constantly. So then it's better to have a TCP that's somewhere over here and then a little bit in a different angle over here and then over here and then another one over there. But more in the position that the milling motor is more flat than straight up. But for this one we will do a mix of both. So you can do whatever you want, but to be more accurate in the position you're milling from, it's better to do it from that direction. So now we are going to start our calibration. So we have to unlock the robot and then we go here. And then this is in 100%, but when you arrive at your reference point, it is important to put it in 1% manual mode. Why? Because otherwise you can't touch the tips of each other, because that's what we want. We want them slightly touched to each other, or just not, but you know what I mean. So now we will do this. So right now I'm very close to my reference point and I will switch to 1%, otherwise I won't be able to touch them. So right now I will show you my results. So that's it. And now we click over here on measure and then continue. And now we can continue to direction 2. Now make sure, what I always do is first Z plus. So first go up, otherwise there's a possibility that you clash into your reference point and then it's broken or something else. You don't want it, so first Z plus. So now we have our second point. Again, measure and continue. Now we can go to point 3. So this will be our third reference point. And again, measure and continue. And then the last one, the fourth one. So right now, the tips are just touching each other. Perfectly. So now our last step is to click measure, and then we want to continue, and now over here we have our values. And now we will switch to our robot calibration app.